Hello, my name is Abe. Welcome back to Slay the Spire. Let's play... I think we're on the defect. Normally I start with the silent on a recording session, but we played an extra run last time. So we're going to play as the defect this time. I'm going to transform a strike and a defend. We got a barrage and a tempest. Honestly, that's pretty good, and they weirdly synergize with one another. Tempest creates the orbs, barrage will then do more damage. So I'm very tempted to upgrade barrage immediately and never dual cast if we don't need to, and then we'll have a 1 energy card that does 18 damage. That makes me want to build a focus orb deck. Trying to think what the best path through the level is. Unfortunately, we can only hit 1 question mark before the rest elite unless we want to hit up the shop, but I don't really want to hit up the shop with 0 gold, so we're probably not going to do that. And I definitely don't want to hit a shop into an elite. I think I'd rather go up and around, hit a burning elite and a 1 elite, so this might be a few elite path. But I do want to hit the upgrade to upgrade barrage. I think that would be a very good one to get. Let's go for it. Also gives us a lot of opportunities to add in some extra cards. Now I know I said we're not going to dual cast, but that's for... We're weak. I can't kill him. That's more for elites, not dual casting. Not as much, anyways. Sunder, Compile Driver, go for the eyes. Dude, I love an early Sunder. And we can upgrade this before the first elite, which I think is 100% what we want to do. Getting a upgraded Sunder is just ridiculously good value. I mean, he's already dead. And it's only doing 24 damage right now. We can make it 32 once we hit this first rest point. Okay, we're gonna get pain. I hate it, but we can hit up this shop here to remove it. We will have to go through a few fights, but the warp tongs is so unbelievably good. Actually, like a 10 out of 10. We don't lose that much HP for playing it, and we get so much in value. Now, I don't want to take 8. I think I will use the attack potion here. I think a streamline gives me enough damage output to kill him. This will do 9 plus 8. Should be enough. I think a strike would have done it too, but the Tempest does it as well. Darkness, Claw, Chaos. A Darkness to be played feels pretty good, especially if it gets hit by the Warp Tongs upgrade, but if it doesn't get hit, I don't think it's super valuable, and I don't think that we need a Claw right now, so I'm actually going to skip this. I don't want to thin out the deck too much, but I don't want to just add in everything I can willy-nilly. I was going to play those two. You know, it's always sad when you can't play the Sunder, but that's okay. We're going to take 2 more damage. I don't mind taking a little bit of damage, specifically because Warp Tongs is one of the just like straight up best relics in the game, I think. So we can do 16 plus 9, that's 25 plus 6, that should be enough. It'll cost us 2 HP to do it, but I am A-okay making that trade. Claw, Streamline, Compile Driver. I know we already passed up on a Claw. Need another defensive card. It's gonna be the Guardian, isn't it? No, it's the Slime Lord. You know? I don't like claws in this Hive and Ascension build unless you have Kunai. Or an all-for-one. It's just too finicky to make it work. I think it's much better to have something like a Sunder that you can use to get a KO and get the energy back, because it's more valuable, I feel. I just don't feel like that's a good option for us. Could have rested. You know, we do have Warp Tongs that will give us upgrades on occasion, but I feel like it is worth it to upgrade the Sunder. specifically because it's such good value. And I will play the power potion. It's tempting to take capacitor because it's an extra 6 damage a turn, but the buffer can save us 20. If we play it with pain, it'll save us 0, but I think buffer against Lagavulin is ideal, so we're going to play it. And next turn with auto shields defend, we might even be able to get enough block to not take any damage. I'm going to play Tempest. Yeah. Slowly our deck will get upgraded. We'll be able to put up more block, just don't get pain. And we're going to immediately lose buffer. I should have actually run the math, but, you know, still save us 9. Should have handled that one a little bit differently. We could play Sunder. I'm actually just going to play 2 defends and a strike. I will take 6 damage on this turn. Barrage. Zap dual cast. He's dead. That was an extremely great elite fight. And we have Omamori, which is nice to prevent more curses from being added to the deck. I know we have an all for one now, and it's like, hey, maybe we should have added in those claws. Maybe we should have. I am going to take it. Now we're going to add in claws, and we're going to add in other things as well, like I would love to add in steam barriers. But come on, how was I supposed to know? Come on! Take 1 damage. I do like a turbo, but I also really like a hologram. And now, screw the boot. Now we can finally remove this curse, and we might as well go the shop path. We have a reason to go to the shop right now. We really needed to remove pain. And there it goes. Double energy, chill, heat sinks, discovery. I guess it doesn't matter. We literally cannot buy anything. I will buy the power potion. It's exactly enough gold. Gives us a little bit of an advantage on the elite fight. Maybe we can use it, or maybe we can just use explosive potion on this turn. And maybe we'll save power potion for this guy. There is a rest after this. We don't have to worry so much. But I think we should auto shield. And I suppose you just all for one. Just hope you get good value out of Warp Tongs, giving you extra block or something. It didn't give us extra block, but what it did give us is a kill, which might be even better. Well, we're going to take 10 damage. I'll be honest, I'm okay with that. It's not likely we're going to take much damage, much more damage I should say, and after this fight we can just rest. Dual cast, all for one, good enough. I would love to get a self-repair. We got a loop and a sweeping beam. Loops are really good, but I'd much prefer capacitors, weirdly enough. And the reason why is that, let's say you have 5 loops, they're all upgraded. That gives you 10 loop during the combat. Okay, so you have 10 orbs and they're all filled. If you have lightning, that's 30 damage passively. If you have frost, that's 20 block passively. The problem is, you don't get a mix. You don't get a little bit of offense and a little bit of defense. It's kind of one or the other. I still think it's pretty good, though, and I will take it. But I much prefer to have capacitors filled up. But let's be honest, excuse me, we don't even have anything that creates frost. You can't do anything with it. Dude, F this turn. Luckily, we can kill one. A dual cast has a 50-50 chance of killing another one. It's okay. You know, we're going to take 14, but literally there's nothing we can do about it. I tried my best. We need a self-repair or bandage. Get another potion, which is good. I'll take a go for the eyes with all for one. That's pretty decent. Now we have multiple potions to use against this guy, which we are 100% going to do. I think an Echo form is wonderful. Let's play that. Yoink. Let's play the attack potion. I think a cold snap is pretty decent. Scrape could draw good things, but it could also discard stuff that we don't want to discard. So I'm going to cold snap, strike, go for the eyes, barrage, strike. Pretty decent. First card he plays played twice. Oh, it's so good! That was an amazing turn. We took no damage. Heat Sinks is interesting. We could try to go for a power build, but I think it's way too early for that without having like a Mummified Hand. If we had Mummified Hand, Heat Sinks is a 10 out of 10. But I think we're just gonna skip. Nothing there I particularly wanted. Will we smith? I mean, smithing Zap Dual Cast makes them more playable. The thing is, we don't need to upgrade too much thanks to Warp Tongs, but we're also going to be upgraded during the fight. So I feel like upgrading now could be pretty important because we still want to have an upgraded deck. This is really just about filling in the gaps, I feel. And if we can slow play the slime fight, we're going to have an upgraded deck by the end of it. That's kind of what I'm thinking. We'll see. Rare footage of Abe passing up on electrodynamics. Oh, during the combat? Yeah, it was the wrong time for it. Get hit for 17 or split him. I'm gonna split him. Not great, but 64 is not bad either. I hate playing the lightning, but it does get damage out. Bum, 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 bum. It's a lot of damage. Really would love that electrodynamics right now. It's the first damage we've taken on the combat, but now we're down to frickin' 10 HP. 24 damage. Well, if I zap... Go for the eyes. I mean, I can definitely split one. I just can't kill one with Sunder. But we should definitely split you. You're already split. Let's make sure you're weak as hell. Probably not the best lightning, but we're living. We're still living. We are still living. Thank God for this loop. Come on, kill him. Kill him! Loop! 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 I need you, Loop! Put up 6 block. I can kill 2 of them. 2 lightning does 6 damage. It won't kill the other one. Can't hologram Sunder. You don't have the energy. You can hologram Zap. You can hologram All for One to do like 7 damage to 1 and bring back Go for the Eyes Zap. But that's not enough. I'm trying to think if there's like a way of living here. It would be very sad to lose this one because of Warp Tongs, but I'll be honest, we didn't get much else as far as relics go. You really think that Warp Tongs should be enough. Maybe we should have rested before this boss fight though, but I really don't like resting when you have like 40 HP going up against your first floor boss. It should be enough, but we didn't get a good split. 64 was not good enough. I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, like, hologram auto shield doesn't work because hologram gives you block. All for One will give you a Go for the Eyes Zap, which means that you can kill 1 because you're not going to have the energy to play a strike. You're not going to put up any block if you do that except for 3, which is not enough. I accidentally hit end turn without doing anything. It's fine. We were dead anyways, but I just clicked literally the wrong thing. We're going to start that one up again. Still a good start and a good concept. Let's do it again. Random, colorless, uncommon. If it was rare, I would take it. Transform or obtain gold. I think if we obtain gold, we'd probably have like 250 at this shop. But I'm going to go for the transformation again, because we had a pretty decent transformation last time. I hate Meteor Strike. It's completely unplayable. So, you know, there's that. I really like this path. with 2 elites with the campfire in between. There's a 3rd elite that we have to fight, but let's go risky. Because I don't like the rewards that we picked up, let's go a little bit risky on this one. Never forsake the claws. I think even with claws, we're probably still dead, but it very much depends on when you draw them, I suppose. Okay, we got a little bit lucky. Not a 50-50, it's like a 75 chance, I think, to kill the one on the right, and we did get it. Also played those in the wrong order, but it didn't matter, we got the kill anyways. I think we played them in the wrong order. Dude, you know what? Let's take a sweeping beam. I always seem to regret not taking it. Let's take it. And give me a curse. I don't want to take the damage. There's no resting point in the future. Not a good turn 1. Dude, I don't know what to do with the meteor strike. Should we just remove it completely? It just seems... I mean, it is literally completely unplayable. Ooh, this combat sucks! I gotta do that, I think, to make sure I can kill him on this turn. Which we can do. We drew way more attacks than we needed. Take a reprogram. I hate taking 14 damage against that guy. That's just like annoying as all hell. Well, at least I can dump Meteor Strike. Kill you. Take 2 damage. Yeah, I really dislike the start right now. I do like getting Golden Idol, but if we don't get any other good relics, it's not going to be enough. Not even close. And right now, it really does not feel like enough because... what do we have in the deck right now? We have a Cool-Headed, a Sweeping Beam, and a Meteor Strike that we cannot play. That's our offense right now. It just feels so bad. You know, that's a pretty good turn. We can keep the days in. I was thinking about dumping it, but... you know, that's 3 cards that we can play next turn. Even if there's no blocks, I think it's worth it. You know what? That's a good turn for that. We're only taking 2 damage. Hey, Mud! Long time no see, Muddy boy. How you doing? I really want to get Sweeping Beam again, but I know it's never going to happen. It is far in our discard pile. It is deep, deep down into the ground. Okay, 1 strike. 1 strike, 1 strike, 1 strike, 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 strike. Good stuff. We should have definitely reprogrammed first, because if we reprogram in that situation, you're going to be able to draw the block. So we're taking 8 damage that I shouldn't have taken, but, you know, that's on me. We're going to be down to 10 HP, have to rest, and then we're going to have to fight 2 elites on probably, like, I mean, Birdface Stern is really good. Probably on 29 HP, we're going to have to fight 2 elites. Not amazing. You know, I'm going to take a Storm. It's, no, 31. It's not amazing, but it's healing if we play it, I suppose. Which is something. It's better than nothing. Does that increase his damage to 30? Yeah, way too much. I'm like, I don't know. Like, he's gonna gain 5 damage on this, I think. Yep, he went from 37 to 42. The defend is literally not worth playing. Okay, we're gonna restart this one. Just a bad set of luck, I think. We got nothing that was really beneficial for us. In the short term, you know, we got some very, very, very good long-term prospects. Getting a rare card is nice if you can get rid of it to the campfire sprites, but, you know, you have to actually find them first. The relics we had were very good long-term relics, but didn't get any other value out of them. Let's go over the enemies in your next 3 combats. Have 1 HP. There is a free burning elite path. I certainly hope we can get a free burning elite. Take a Doom and Gloom. That card is wonderful. I will take... You know, I'll take an Equilibrium. 13 block for 1 card draw is actually pretty good. And here, give me the curse again. No enemies. There's a guaranteed shop coming up. I would love to remove injury, but if we have to remove regret at this shop, it's actually not that bad. We only have to fight 1 combat. In fact, we could skip the combat and go to the campfire instead. And then we can fight this elite after we remove regret. Yeah, I kind of like that. I'm going to take the relic. Bird-faced Urn, once again, does incentivize heavily a power build. Let's see if we can make that happen. Now, what do we have to upgrade? Do we have anything good? Yeah. Doom and Gloom. For crowd control, that's a very, very good card. You're going to die immediately. Yoink. You get Pen Nib. You know? We have a very expensive deck, but fingers crossed, maybe we'll be able to pull out a Snecko Eye on this run. Preserved Insect is amazing. Runic Capacitor is amazing, but we have to remove regret, right? Oh, but it's so good. There is another shop, but if we go this route, we have to fight a second elite. But but Regal Pello is so good as well. This is a tricky one, actually. I don't know what to take. Card removal and Regal Pello or Runic Capacitor. The thing is, Runic Capacitor makes Doom and Gloom harder to evoke, but it does allow us to build an orb deck early without needing capacitors. A Consume is infinitely better with a Runic Capacitor. Can't take Beam Cell and Runic. Can't take Chill and Runic. Okay, let me close my eyes and think for a moment. Do 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 do. Runic Capacitor is really good, but you have to focus on it. What have we added? We've added Equilibrium, Doom and Gloom, and Sunder. Expensive cards. We're kind of hoping for Snecko to show up as part of the boss rewards. Snecko would make Regret much worse. Regret as it is going to cost us a lot of HP. I don't think I can take Runic. I think I have to remove Regret. We'll take Regal Pello though, but I think I have to rely on being able to evoke the dark more easily, and also the expensive physical damage that we have with Doom and Gloom, Sunder, and the block with Equilibrium. We have an expensive deck. We don't need to have a lot of orb slots in this one yet. And ideally, we can just add in a capacitor later to fix that problem, but I think we have to say, you know what? We had a power-focused urn show up, power-focused relic. Let's hope we can add in a capacitor. I will fight the elite, though. And Doom and Gloom and Sunder are just amazing here. So we're just going to hope that Sunder shows up, because the Sunder is a kill plus energy refund. We take 5 damage. Not a problem. Coward. Look, I want to win a run at some point. I got to take my odds where I can get them. That's some tiny elites. I love the tiny elites with Preserved Insect. It's so fun. So that was an amazing... Yo! Powers are upgraded, bird-faced urn. It's wonderful. That was a fantastic elite fight. It actually makes me want to go up here and fight the other elite. I think we can do it. With 48 HP... That's a fantastic start. Good lord. I'm going to Equilibrium Zap. Next turn, we'll boot sequence. Or Sunder. Into a boot sequence, and then hit him. Actually did an extra couple of hits of damage, so he is dead. Good fight. Get doomed! I will take an upgraded heat sinks, I think. But we should probably take the leap first. I hate to do it, but yeah, I'm gonna take... but a double energy will allow me to play Doom and Gloom and Sunder on the same turn. Boot sequence, equilibrium base defends. You know, I'm gonna take... Hexaghost. I'm gonna take double energy. Something about it just makes me feel like we can make this work. Now, unfortunately, I do have to go to the shop, and I do mean unfortunate. Hey, Red Bright, thank you for the resub for 4 months. Hello, welcome. I was gonna say unfortunate because we have to remove a card, but we actually don't have enough money for it. I thought we did have enough money for it, but we do not. So now I'm thinking, what about Steam Barrier? Yeah, just add in a Steam Barrier. Could also add in a Ball Lightning for the evocation of Doom and Gloom. But I'm not going to. I want Sunder to come back around as quickly as possible, and I kind of want Doom and Gloom to do the same thing. So we have Pen Nib. Pen Nib Doom and Gloom is 28 damage. That's enough to get a kill if we draw it. Dude, we're getting so lucky on these freaking elites. I love it. These elites have been incredibly easy. I think a Darkness fits, believe it or not. And we can roll, you know, Darkness, Doom and Gloom, focusing on the dark. I like it. So I'm going to Equilibrium. Next turn, ideally, double energy into a Sunder or a Doom and Gloom. We're only going to get 4 energy back, because it costs 1 to play it. But we'll still do it. Play our blocks. I don't think you play Sunder. I think you just go for Doom and Gloom, honestly. Should have definitely popped a Dex Potion. Excuse me, burped. Should have definitely popped the Dex Potion. It's my bad. But I like this. We'll focus on Dark Generation as much as possible. And we'll let these Dark Orbs simmer. Yes. Simmer, Dark Orb, simmer! Get stronger and stronger until you kill the Hexaghost! Kill, kill, kill! Even right now, I'm like, just Sunder and let the Dark Orb sit? You know, do a lot of damage, take 2. Wait to dual cast this and do massive damage, and then we'll evoke the other one as quickly as possible, I feel. So I'm not gonna play the Zap. My entire strategy right now is basically, Dark Orb? Which might not be enough, but right now it's doing 108 damage. We're taking 36. We have to play this. Which means we cannot play Doom and Gloom. Oh, sorry, we can't play Sunder. We could play 2 strikes. Next turn we'll get a dual cast. It's still not enough to kill, but we're 1 attack away from Pen Nib. We're gonna have burn pluses, and 2 burn pluses being drawn, but we'll be able to put up enough block. It's tough, it's tough. In fact, I think we're dead. That's such a freaking shame, because this... Oh, the potion! Oh, come on! That was such a fun start. Ah, I'm telling you, on that seed, where was it? On this seed, what are your boss relics if you defeat Hexaghost? Is it Snecko Eye? I'm willing to bet it's Snecko Eye. Oh, I was gonna say Gunja. Spire. You're breaking my balls, Spire. You're breaking my balls. Okay. What about enemies that have low HP? We could get 2 free elites, possible 3rd. and an early shop. Or we could just go for the max HP, but we'd still probably run this line. I don't know. Give me the max HP. Maybe we can get rid of max HP as we go up. Man, that was such a good start. Just die on Hexaghost. I hate it. But like, what else are you doing against Hexaghost there? We put up all the blocks we could. We let the Dark Orb simmer. You know, if we can't win that one, I don't think that's on us. I think that's on RNG a little bit. I did everything I could, man. What was I to do? Etc., etc. Give me a ball lightning. What is this card? Cool-headed? Really like ice cream, but can't get it. At least we got the self-repair. Dude, give me pain. There's a shop coming up, and we should be able to afford it. It might be a little expensive, but hopefully we'll get enough money before this elite fight that we'll be able to remove the pain. It has to go. Taking a little bit of damage to hold it for a few rooms is not a problem. Dude, you know what? Give me a cold snap. I want to get some more upgrades. This is a horrible time for a shop. Not really what I'm looking for. Please give me 50 gold. So I'm just going to pass turn, wait for cards to get upgraded a little bit. We're going to have pain on this turn, but we have to attack. Bum 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 ba da ba da. Hate this, but here we go. Taking 3 damage on this turn plus 15. Could be worse. Really wish that the Warp Tongs would hit a defend at some point. Yeah, and now it's going to do it right now. You know it's going to happen. You know, as soon as I complain, it's going to be like, okay, I'll hit a defend. Freaking Warp Tongs, man. Barely enough to remove pain. But there it goes, it's gone. Do we go for the Burning Elite? I think we do. 40 HP is not a whole lot, but if we get lucky, we'll be able to kill Gremlin Knob. I was really hoping for the sentries, though. This guy is such an asshole. Yeah, we might be screwed. We have to kill him in 2 turns. And I don't think that's gonna happen. We have to do 37 damage, huh? Shit it. That's okay, that's okay. Probably should have avoided the elite, but if it was not Gremlin Knob, I think we're fine there, because we're gonna have Frost up to avoid a lot of damage on the sentries, and we're gonna get a lot of value out of the cards because they're all gonna be upgraded, but that is the worst elite. I think that might actually be the worst elite in the entire game, even including the 4th floor elites, because it's so early when you get him, and he is so incredibly strong in relation to you, in all likelihood, because you just can't deal with him at all. There's no way that you can deal with him unless you just have a ton of damage output, and if you don't have a ton of damage output, he's gonna murder you. You can't put up enough block. Literally every defend you play makes him do 5 more damage, making every defend pointless. Most difficult, most least fun, most annoying elite in the entire game. That guy. Am I salty? Yeah, I'm a little salty, okay? So be it. Took 5 damage, but did we have a self-repair? What did we literally just add? A capacitor, okay. Gotta think about it for a minute. I'm like, what the hell did we just add to this deck? This deck. I will take a beam cell. It might not be a physical deck in the long run. Let's go, because of the capacitor, but we still want early attacks, so we're gonna take the ball lightning. We don't need anything from the shop. He doesn't need anything from the shop, guys. Alright, thanks, game. At least now we do have lightning and frost generation, which is real nice, real nice. That is not who I wanted you to hit. Also, I really want to play self-repair, but it's more important to kill him, I think. Wow! Alright. They go all, there's all my defense. There they were. They were just in the bottom of my deck. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Take a claw. Why not? Fight some elites. Why not? I will drink one dex potion here. I feel like that's probably good. Now, if we get one defend with the frost, it's 9 block, which is pretty decent. I'll save the other one though. We'll play the other dex potion on the next elite, unless it's Gremlin Knob, because, you know, playing skills is completely and utterly worthless on that guy. Throw a consume in there. 10-4, Twig Breaker. I'll be right on it. I'll be on the lookout for a consume. Let me just sniff under every single rock and corner in the Spire and try to find one. This is a pretty good fight for us, though. Capacitor against the sentries is kind of ideally what you want. It's not even kind of, it is what you want. They can't do nothing. I'm slowly myrtleizing these guys. And this sentry is already dead. We're healing for 7, too. Nice. Juzu Bracelet. Okay, Bias Cognition. It can be good. I mean, if we have max orb capacity and we think we can get a kill within a few turns, Bias Cognition is pretty decent. Okay, you know, let's try to mix things up a little bit. I'll take a Biased. We'll see what happens. Maybe we can make it work. Maybe we'll get extremely lucky and actually find ourselves in a position where we can get artifact protection. So Bias Cognition did contribute to a kill on that fight. Oh my lord. The Spire blues are already setting in. Let's fight this boss. Gremlin Knob. I think what we're gonna do is play the draw potion if we ever don't have enough attacks. So like right now. I will zap, I will biased. We need to get damage out there. We'll take 11. But it makes it pretty likely that we can kill him. Okay, good stuff. We don't have a power synergy, so I'm just gonna take the leap. I'd love to fight another elite because we have surprisingly, oh, let's go! We've surprisingly done a pretty good job so far of doing everything that we need to do. Loop. So you know what, I'm not even gonna rest. I know it's risky, but I'm going to instead get this loop upgraded. Loop combined with Bias Cognition and Capacitor. That's a lot of damage output in theory. We need to thin out the deck now though. We need to get Capacitor plus Orb Generation quickly. Because that is a massive benefit for putting up a lot of block now. Massive opportunity to put up the block. Cool-headed. I will take another cool-headed. I want Frost Generation with Data Disk. I want it. And I want it now. I'm doing that again. I don't know why. I'm gonna pop the Dex Potion. Until we get Capacitor and Frost out there, I think this is good. Cannot play Biased, heavens no, which means we're gonna take damage. It's far too early to play Biased. Good stuff. 2 defense? 2 defense in a loop. I like it. Maybe that runic capacitor can make another appearance. I would love runic capacitor in this one. It's still early in the run, but we have kind of, not decided, but we are very much inclined to take orbs on this one. So I really do want to try to get more orbs, focus, consumes, capacitors, etc., powers, defrags. Okay. Omamori. Hyperbeam is not what we're looking for. I think an overclock fits. Because once you play your powers, once you get your frost out there, it doesn't really matter that you have burn. You'll block it when you draw it again later. Full heal. Well, it makes the upgrade obvious. Bum, 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 bum. We've already upgraded the loop. I think a capacitor is what you want in that case. Beam cell is very interesting, but if we're going to be fighting the slimes, I think we want to have an extra orb out there. And I think we want to have, you know, an extra frost orb out there to make sure we have block every turn. So I'm going to go for that capacitor upgrade. And we're going to play every power except for bias cognition. Yoink. I'm not even going to play the dual cast, so we're not going to split them. Not even from the fact that we probably couldn't do that much damage, but I just don't want to do that much damage. I want him to kind of stay here for a little bit. We interrupted him at 75. I didn't run the freaking math. That's okay, we should still be fine. But that is very dumb. That's like incredibly dumb. I'm gonna bias. It might be a little too early for it, but I think we can kill him before the bias ruins us. Bum 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 bum. So let us try to kill these slimes. I really didn't want to interrupt the big guy. That's why I didn't attack him, but maybe we should have to split him. Okay. Focus is on this upcoming turn, now at default. So now we're just losing focus turn after turn, but I think we're gonna be okay. We can do physical damage against the spike slime that's remaining. We still have ball lightnings, basic strikes. I mean, heck, the lightnings technically will be able to kill him on this turn, so I think we're good. A little risky, but we waited for bias on the right turn, I think. All for one Hyper Beam, Amplify. All for one can hit Beam Cell, Claw, and Boot Sequence, and Overclock. So I will take it. A Baller Lord. Thank you for the massive host. Hello, welcome, everybody. Now, what the heck do you take here? I think we're going to go Eternal Feather for upgrading. I would like to upgrade Zap and Dual Cast for all for one purposes. And we also have a lot of gold, so it is very tempting to go to a shop. But we don't have a lot of gold. We have some gold, not a lot of gold. I'm going to go to the shop, though. 300 is not enough for me to feel super confident with. Because I think some rare relics can be more than 300, but it's enough. It's a living! You have already gained your strength, huh? Oh. I'm gonna play the bias. I think it's too early, but I'm gonna do it anyways. Just hope we can do enough damage now. Starting to look like that might not be the case. Actually, draw all for one, please. Draw all for one, please. Arrgh. At least we're still putting up a decent amount of block, but we're taking 15. Oh hey, there's all for one. Oh, thanks for shuffling my deck, Defect. You son of a gun. Had a 50-50 shot. That's actually not 50-50. Approximately 50-50 of killing that guy, but we didn't get it. Alright, at least we made it out of the fight alive. Oh, Lord. Follow Lord, you're at Ascension 8. All I can say is enjoy it while it lasts. I've been at Ascension 19 and for the Defect for what feels like 10 years. It does not get any easier. I will buy 2 potions. I hate it, but I don't want to take damage. This does reduce our chances of buying relics from the shop, but that's okay. Dude, what the hell? Get out of here, shelled parasite. He's going from 0 to 20 without dying? Lord. Now that's just painful. Why would you even do that? I have no blocks, so we'll draw. Really need those leaps to show up. Really need to upgrade these frickin' cool-headeds, man. Take another 12. Whenever I go up against a shelled parasite, I always have the same feeling. What did my deck do wrong? This guy is like, he counters everything basically except for the Ironclad. The Ironclad, you just hit him. Everyone else, oh, it's this guy, what the hell do I do? Honestly, I have no freaking idea, man. It's the frailty just gets you. I would like to, I guess, cool-headed leap. I don't think you play bias. I think that this fight just goes on for far too long. It would give me a lot of block turn after turn, but we barely punched through his armor. I'm just kind of waiting on these claws to kill him. Same reason we just did BCDD20 and Gungeon. You don't expect to win, but you get to lick the tears of a streamer suffering. Now that makes sense. We can get to 18. We can get 18 block. At least we're healing for 7. Oh, have we done it? Oh, we finally done it. Yeah, thank God for these claws. I don't really want to make this a claw deck, but at the same time I'm thinking about it now, and I'm like, you know, claws are pretty good. Did we have to remove something? No. Why did we come to the shop? Just to get here? Just to get gold and get here, you know? Maybe we'll go for those and see what happens. Hit up some upgrades. Remove some basic strikes. Maybe this will end up being a bit of a claw build. Claw and data disk focus with cool-headeds. Could work. I've heard of worse builds in Slay the Spire. Wish I had a dex potion. Defend, defend, claw. Give me the self-repair. It's like blocking for 7, you just have to live. We actually managed to get enough block. Mostly that's because of Steam Barrier, though. In fact, it might be entirely because of Steam Barrier. I think it's worth playing Loop instead of Ball Lightning. He's vulnerable, but he's vulnerable forever. I'd rather get the extra 8 damage a turn. Yonk, yonk, yonk. Gonna take 9. How the hell are we gonna make this run work? Like, actually, how are we going to make this run work? You know what? The Ball Lightning would have given me a little bit more block, now that I think about it. I don't want Cold Snap. Raj is a pretty decent damage dealer, but if we can get Ulfarun shuffling around, add some holograms and Seeks, it could work. FTL is a zero-cost attack, but I don't think FTL is what we want. At least we're still healing and we can keep upgrading. Let's get that Go for the Eyes upgraded. Take it. Maybe we'll get lucky and we'll find another chest somewhere. FTL for the Claw Deck Pog. I don't like FTL because if you don't draw it early, you can't play it, and I'd rather draw the claws than FTL anyways. Let's get the hologram upgraded so it'll cycle. I really don't want to fight an elite, honestly, just because... Oh, F you guys! You can have my gold, it's only 25. I don't want to fight that elite because of the fact that we would have to go to the shop immediately afterwards. I'd much rather fight this elite, if any. But let's see how the fight goes against the snake plant. This is a historically dickish enemy. Still gonna take 3 damage. Beam Cell. Good time for Go for the Eyes, obviously. Just gonna hologram back the Cool-Headed. And of course we draw all for 1. This is why I need more holograms in the deck. Taking 3 damage. I'm not gonna fish for Steam Barrier on that. I'm just gonna play Steam Barrier on this turn if we draw it. Never mind, there it is. Taking another 3 damage. Honestly, this hasn't been a very bad fight, it's just been a little slow. But admittedly, we're not drawing everything that we need to draw on the turn that we need to draw it. It's not perfect draw here. At least he is dead. I'm always going to take Genetic Algorithm. I don't care how late in the run it is. I'm going to fight the elite. I don't think it's an amazing run, so I'm gonna fight the elite and just see what we can accomplish. Maybe we're gonna get an amazing relic, maybe we'll die. Either way, I'll accept it. Beam Cell, Go over the Eyes, Overclock. The hologram Overclock on this one. And think to yourself that a wound is basically exactly the same as a burn. Try it. I hate being vulnerable here. I think we're gonna live. We're definitely gonna live. We're gonna have to heal before the boss fight if we can still make it out of this fight. honestly. Could have been a lot worse. Of course you gotta shuffle. Of course you gotta shuffle. When I have All for One as my last card. Dude, this deck is really thick. I'm just noticing that now. I have thickened up this deck something fierce. How many wounds does this guy add in? 3? 2? 3. I forgot that on Ascension 19 he got that bad. Well, I mean, it's gonna play my cards. I missed lethal. I'm a moron. If we just played the ball lightning, he would have died immediately. Look, I'm not a smart man. I never said I was. Oh, I had lethal. It's a pretty good turn, honestly. Whatever that evocation does matter. You know, if you draw a zap and a dual cast on the same turn and you have filled orb slots, if you zap first, you get an extra evocation, which is a little bit more damage, and that would have been enough to kill that elite before he hit me. He hit me. I do like adding cards. I think it's important. I think if you don't add cards, you're gonna be sad how your run looks in the end, but admittedly we've gotten pretty, like, mediocre relics altogether. I love Data Disc, but we couldn't do anything with it. We've had only Capacitor to show up, no other powers that synergize with Focus or Orbs. It's been kind of disappointing. But I've learned to accept that from Slay the Spire. That's just Monday for me. Yeah, genetic algorithm is worth 2. Also, hey, forgot to play this ancient potion. We should have played the ancient potion with not genetic algorithm, bias cognition. I have just misplayed this horribly. It gets to the point on these freaking Spire runs when I just make mistake after mistake after mistake with the character. Ugh. Man, the bias cognition would have been much better